points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd and 13. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check on it, run. Watch my boy. Where's Tig? Watch my boy. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Right here, that's not good. Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Patterson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. On fourth down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Cooper fast with a feet. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first. down again. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A give running right is Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as they have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Falcons at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Being chased out left. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Damiere Byrd. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are back within a score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Ritter will throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw here. He's gonna look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded right around the 8. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This pass is caught by London. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this 1st half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Koo knocks this one through the post. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Koo to kick it off. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he powers his way up past the 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slot man moves right. Chubb will get the call running left. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try the air now with Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On first down, Watson. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The York on now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 43 yards. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 1st down throw. Watson flushed out right.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. Flush to his right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Watson off play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they send a man in motion right. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They run for it with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 23-yard run.
And the Browns continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A give. This is Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
York now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. At the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he's got some, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
York on now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.